Hi, I'm Collin McCage and I'm in Springfield, Missouri, the heart of the Ozarks. And today I'm trying to find the place that the locals are dying to get the word out. I'm talking about the restaurants that Springfield loves. Today I'll be going to a restaurant that's very traditional, a spot that's really contemporary, and a place that's oh so sweet, all on Ozarks In and Outs. The first stop is lunch and one of the oldest restaurants in Springfield, more than 100 years. In the center of the city is this hole-in-the-wall historic eatery, Casper's.
It's probably one of the coolest places I've ever eaten at.
I've been here at least like maybe 15 times in the past year.
Good, fast, in and out, good for the lunch.
We moved here to Springfield 7 years ago, and anytime we've relocated, we always try to find where's the local dives, where's the hole-in-the-wall place, and everybody tells like Casper's.
Casper's is one of those staples that people like to be comforted with in a sense. So there's a few restaurants around town that, like Anton's and Pappy's and Casper's, that people have been just going for generations with their grandparents, with their parents, everything. So it's kind of ingrained in the community, and people use it as a focus point, like a meeting point or something. Everyone always knows where the landmark is and what you can base things off of. It's your basic greasy spoon diner. So just greasy cheeseburgers, or steak burgers we call them. It's an old world type meat that we use and everything, so it gets a more steak burger. Chili, conies, shakes and malts. So kind of a classic roadside Route 66 greasy spoon diner.
Really good sandwiches, supers, ham, egg, and cheese, which we call a super. We do like the Casperito. Let's see, what else do we do? We do conies, we do ham and beans. We do three-way spaghetti, which is like spaghetti with chili and cheese on it. Kind of like a chili mac, but it's called three-way spaghetti. We have fried pickles. So we have everything. I mean, we just have a good variety of a lot of stuff.
Today we're going to do the Casperito. And what that is basically is a chili cheese burrito. We just call it the Casperito and give it the Casper's name to it. We'll start out by putting about a tablespoon of sour cream down the center of the tortilla. Just a handful of cheese also down there. Then we'll put some of our terrific chili on here, which our chili is beef and pinto bean based chili. And then we'll just put a tablespoon of the onion down there. That gets folded up. Then we'll top it with more chili. And from this point, we just put more cheddar cheese on there. And we put this down in the broiler. All right, the cheese is nice and melted now. And we'll put the finishing touches on the Casperito here. We'll get some lettuce right down the middle, which are lettuce and tomatoes we cut fresh every day. About a handful, and about another tablespoon and a half of tomatoes down the side. Top that with picante sauce or salsa if you prefer. A little onion on there. And there we have it. One Casperito, a fine lunch meal.
Wow, it is off the plate. It is so much food. Trying to get everything in one bite first time. I know it's under here somewhere, under all the chili. A lot of chili and cheese, and it's phenomenal. Really. That's great. It's really smooth, the chili, and really great with the cheese under. The bread matches it so well. Wow.
1909, Casper Lederer started selling chili and sandwiches out of the back of a fruit stand right down on 600 Walnut, about 2-3 blocks east of us. So that's where it started. It's now a parking lot, but that's where it started. I don't know what year it was, but after that he moved it to Glenstone, and his son Charles took over. And Charles started running the show when it was on Glenstone, basically in the parking lot of Aunt Martha's Pancake House is where it used to be. Now, in the mid-'80s, Charles became sick, and Belinda had worked for him. Belinda Harriman had worked for him for a long time, and so she took over Casper's from him and moved it to this spot where it is today, to get back on Walnut, close to where it started from. It's been here ever since.
It's a good feeling in here when you come in. I think people have fun when they come here. That's what it's kind of about too. The food is awesome, but it's also about the atmosphere too. It just started, with Charles, it started with Casper, then his son Charles took it over, and he kind of gave it this vibe, kind of this, I don't know, kind of hippie out there. It's got a little bit of everything in here.
Well, part of it was a collection of Charles Casper started, and he started collecting. He did wood prints and artwork and wood cutting. So against the wall over there's like lots of different wood prints that he did. Then Belinda picked it up, and she started doing like the fair dolls. There's like chalk dolls that used to win at the fair by throwing ring toss and stuff like that. So she started collecting those. Customers were bringing pictures, paintings, their personal paintings. There's lots of personal paintings up here from our different customers throughout the years. Things that they just like to bring in and share with us. So we just share it with everybody.
I love working here. I have a lot of customers that come in, they're my regulars, that they come in once a week. Like the couple that was just in here, they come in once a week and see me. I have a lot of people that come in and see me and stuff. It's like, they're kind of like my family, you know what I mean? It's like, I think a lot of them, they give me Christmas presents, I give them thank you notes. It's just this restaurant's not like your typical restaurant at all. It's kind of like people that come in here, they feel like family.
If people haven't been to Casper's in a while, when they come back in, they get the same feeling, and just enjoy that feeling that you have. There's not many places like this left. It's not an expensive place. It's a place where you can just go with your family and relax and have fun, and there's just truly not any of those non-corporate environments left like this anymore. So get out to those places like this. There's a whole string of them still in Springfield, and enjoy them while you can, because they're a dying breed. Those people that try and hold on to them are doing good. So, enjoy them while you can and keep doing it. Support them.
Now for a ride back northeast for some dinner to a new and upcoming trend here in Springfield, but also across the nation, Springfield's Food Park.
Very good. I'm not sure that I could find that type of food anywhere else here in town.
It's big enough that I can have it for lunch and still have leftovers.
This is an excellent sandwich.
My favorite part about this, just being able to do my own thing, be my own boss, make my own creations, change it when I want to change it, being able to talk to people, and like I said, the biggest thing too is hearing people's stories and helping people.
The customers are my favorite part of the job. I love the people of Springfield because they're friendly. They're just like naturally friendly, and they're so good-hearted, and they're excited to try new kinds of food.
For me, when I first came here, I was disappointed not to see a pasty, but then that brought an opportunity for me as well. It's my favourite food from home, and for me it's something that a lot of people have never had before. So for me to bring it to Springfield and for people to really enjoy it, it's very humbling but very exciting, and I every day I feel great about what we do.
I thought I would look for a job in January. didn't know what I was gonna do, didn't know where I wanted to go, just, you know, had no idea, and everyone just kept saying, get a food truck, get a food truck, get a food truck. So, I mean, it wasn't anything that I had even planned. I mean, I had no idea that I would have a food truck today. We're gonna make the Philly cheesesteak. We start out buttering our bread. This is slow roasted beef for about 5 hours or so and cold. And then we take mushrooms and sauteed onions and we let them kind of get hot, warm up. On all our sandwiches, we start with the house blend, which is the 3 cheeses. Every sandwich gets the house blend. And then this one, we get provolone, because provolone and beef go good together. The Cuban gets Swiss. The Caprese gets fresh mozzarella. On this one, the meat, the heat from the meat and the peppers and onions kind of melt those cheeses. So we just kind of want to get this brown underneath. On this sandwich, it gets the homemade garlic aioli. Just waiting for it to get nice and brown under there. That cheese is starting to melt from the heat of the beef. This is one of my favorites. And then I tell them, hold up for the goodies.
It's gonna be great food right here. I mean, so good.
The excitement behind the food is also one of my main joys of it too, because my husband, Zach, has always had such a passion for cooking, like naturally so gifted with food. And so to see him get to be creative in his like creative outlet, you know, that's part of the joy for me of working at the Wheelhouse.
We're gonna make pineapple fried rice, and this is a dish that's made using a base of an oil that I created. And it has coconut oil, olive oil, ginger, garlic, habaneros, and turmeric. And, so that's the base. It gives it kind of the flavor and the aromatics. So into the wok goes the fried rice oil, we called it, and broccoli, carrots, cabbage, mushrooms, fresh cut pineapples. We cut these, we go through 1.5, 2, sometimes 4 pineapples every day. And then red onions. So this is a wok cooked dish. And our wok is 120,000 BTU, and it delivers a lot of heat. It's really good. good for a food truck because you can do a lot of cooking in a small space. It's really bad for a food truck because it's really hot. So the goal here is you cook the veggies in the oil first. This avoids creating mushy veggies. And then this is the rice that we use for the pineapple fried rice. And it's a jasmine rice cooked with coconut milk, ginger, garlic, lemongrass, black and white pepper. Secret sauce. Okay, the rice is done. Now the last thing we do is add the meat.
What do you think you want? Steak?
And it's done.
Makes it everything great. Great fusion of flavors already. Tastes amazing.
Springfield Food Park, this one right here, is getting a good name for itself. The food here across the board is excellent. Like everybody here, I eat here in everyone's food truck here pretty much most days as well. It's really good food. If you speak to any of the people, they're all business owners, they're all family people, they're families, and they're all very, very friendly, and they do great food, and I don't see it as competition at all. I love the fact that people can come here, 4 people can get out of their cars, 4 different food trucks, and then come together, sit down and eat their food together, and that's great.
Finally, to finish off, I'm getting to eat dessert in a place geared for college students. Right across from Missouri State's campus is the coffee shop, The Potter's House.
It's cozy.
Yeah, it's super nice, and it's familiar, and it's convenient.
I like that like everyone who like works here is just like really friendly. It's like I come here and it's like it doesn't feel like it's a business. It feels like it's just kind of like some place to hang out with friends.
Obviously the coffee is fantastic, but then again, like the atmosphere, because I mean, it feels like I'm in somebody's home, but at the same time, it's like a shop.
I love the community of Springfield. I love serving. I enjoy being in the college community. College students, they're innovative, they're alive, they're excited, they're idealistic, especially this generation. There's so much about social injustice, you know, and they just give me a different perspective, which at my age, that's something I really need is perspective.
I like to get the order quicksand, but I get like peanut butter in it, then it tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Good grief, Oreo quicksand, which is just so ironic. and funny because it really was not a drink that we ever had on our menu or ever thought about in a million years. I've heard anywhere from 40 to 50%, yeah, of all the drinks that we sell. It's Oreo quicksand.
Ready when you are.
An Oreo quicksand begins with approximately 8 ounces of ice. Then 4 pumps, 3 to 4 pumps of Ghirardelli chocolate. 2 pumps of vanilla bean syrup. 1 pump of vanilla extract. 4 heaping scoops of Oreos. And there's a very delicate process of wetting down what we have so far with milk. And then 2 scoops of ice cream. About the size of my head, scoops of ice cream. Okay, maybe not that big. And then we blend it. And our all-purpose blender on 4 or 5. And when we see it's well mixed, we are done. We have the Oreo quicksand. Ta-da! There you go.
Not that big of a coffee drinker, so it's like just pure like milkshake and Oreos. So 2 of the greatest like combinations ever.
It might seem funny for campus ministry to have the nickname A Bar with a Different Drink, but that really is what we are to this campus, to this community. We are a coffee house.
If you'd like to find out more about the local restaurants featured, go to the Springfield's Visitor Center or check out the restaurant yourself. That is all for Ozarks In and Outs.